Hello everybody. Another video. Now this video is my update of February. I wouldn't call it a wrap up. I want to do these videos so I can look back in the past and so many years in time and think, what did I read in that time and what my thoughts were. Every book I show here, there's reviews for. I've read loads of short stories. But I've not done reviews for them the same. So we'll not really go into them. I want to kind of put these books here, and if you never watched them, puts them on the one video, we can talk a wee bit about them. Not much, not going to go diving in. But then I'll probably, at the end of this, I might explain about any other else that happened in February, any my favourite CDs I've listened to this year, or this month, and my favourite games I've played, and then what I hope March is going to be like, but March I could change them more, but we'll go with the flow. So here we go. I'm trying to get more used to just winging these videos and being me, not thinking about it too much, because they'll be better in the long run, in my opinion. As I said in a comment earlier on, we're the underground booktube. We just and go with the flow, so we do, and it's real. No much editing here. But the first story I read, and there's loads of reviews up in this. It's The Glassweaver's Tale from Guy Riddyhoff, and Michael from Michael's Backlog's reading it now, and he's enjoying it too, I think. I'm going to send him a comment shortly about what his favourite story was. I can say that I think my favourite story was The Other David Kindleback. I enjoyed it. It was one that was really got in my head. Even after the story was over, I thought about it a good bit. And Coffee Abariga's good. Glassweaver's Tale. They're all good, but I think if I had to pick one, David Kindleback was my favourite guy. Very good, but really enjoyed that. That was my first book this month. And then after that, I read Morning and Evening. There's a review up for this as well. And that was it's another kind of, I've been reading a lot of sad sort of books this month. This is kind of a sad one as well. This is one about a man that's losing his mind. Is it dementia? Is it something else? You gotta find that out. But it's like an experimental writing style. If you're interested in watching review. It's a good tale. Not very short. And it's a great book to start if you want to try stream of consciousness. A stream of conscience writing style. It's all in a man's head, and it's Johannes thinks. I'll just say that. Constant. So we read that this month, and then I read a half of this book, which is Bruno Schulz short stories. These are for the guys that like the weird. Very strange plot. Not much of plot again, but it's just all about atmosphere. All about atmosphere, and it's all about the words on the page. You really have to use your imagination for this one. It's very deep writing style. It's very it's a tricky writing style, but it's like a poetic prose, and it's very good too. Like might not be for everybody, but it's one to be read and reread throughout your life, I think. And I think that's all we've got from Bruno Schulz, and that was his artwork, which I said again in review. He was an artist, and it was very sad his life, how he gets shot by a Nazi scumbags. Fucking, I'll not go there, but I shot him over him walking home with a loaf of bread or something. So I was just look that up. If you don't read the book, please look up Bruno Schulz and read his sort of, his life. Give him that, because it was very interesting. It was very sad what happened in the end. So that was the novels I read, and I read also Perfume. It was a review again, and this is brilliant. I really enjoyed this. This is a fantastic tale. But Granuel, some nose on him, can smell everything, but it's his life story. And if you haven't read the review or watched the review, go back and watch it. And if you like your horror, but you also like dark sort of comedy, and something along the lines like he's a monster. He is a monster. This character. If you like your Frankenstein, Gothic, them sort of tales, Dracula, Jekyll and Hyde. You know the characters I'm talking about. They're stuck in culture. Well, I think Granuel sits in nicely with them. I would like to see more of him. I know he's not in the public domain, so people won't really write more Granuel stories, like the way these other characters are, because they've been embedded in our culture for over 100 years. Some of them, but I put him in there. If there's a big party with all them characters in a room, sitting at a bar or a dinner table, Granuel would sit there very nicely, just between Dr. Jekyll and Hyde and Dr. Frankenstein or something. You know, he would sit in there quite. He'd be comfortable. He'd be in his comfort zone. Let's just say that. I wonder what they smell like to him. But there you go, the Mummy, Cross Wrong. But yeah, if you like them sort of tales, definitely look up Perfume by Patrick Suskind, and that was another novel I read this week or this month, sorry. And then the last one I read this month, which my review just came up there a minute ago, you maybe watched it, is No Longer Human. A depressing, psychological, deep story about a man that's struggling with himself and his life around him. He is mentally ill, there's no doubt about it. He has a mental illness, but back in this time and age, and in this country, Japan, I think it was 1930s, the time set, there wasn't, you weren't looked at as mental illness. You were just looked down upon a bit too, and as he had problems with his dad and all that. But we're not going to. Watch the review. You'll get more details in it. Very, very deep, very good. I've been reading a lot of good stories this month. It's been a good reading month, but it's been a lot of depressing sort of stories. I think even Perfume, there was a lot of murder. It's the way it fell. It's the way it is. Bruno Schultz is depressing. Guy Ritchie-Hoff wasn't. There's a few stories in it that were quite deep and dark, but I think next month I'll talk about the books now, which I'm planning to read, and it might change a wee bit of atmosphere. So yeah, that was the month of February, everybody. And as I said, there's been loads of short stories and poems in between that, but we're not talking about them. W.B. Yeats is one that a poet I've been reading a lot of at the minute, and sonnets from Shakespeare and stuff, but I'll not go into that. Not today. So, what do I plan to read in March? We'll talk about the books first, and then I'll go into the video games and music and that. But what I plan to read tonight, first started today, because I've just finished No Longer Human, and it's because of March on the Reels, is China Miéville's Reelsy. It's about 400 pages, so it's big enough, but I don't think it's quite spaced out. The writing, it's not, tight. I'm hoping to get this finished for next week. If not, but not next Sunday, maybe the middle of the week after, we'll have a review up for this, and that'll be China. That'll be for the March of Reels, and that'll be my wee part for it. I was going to read The Beast Within by Emile Zola, but I couldn't get it, and I went up to buy it, and I didn't see it there, so I got other books, and then I thought, you know what, I'll just read this, and I'll maybe read Emile Zola's The Beast Within another time. Let me know if there's anybody that's read Emile Zola, the French writer, The Beast Within, I think it's called that. I could be wrong now. Let me know, is it good, worth picking up? If you've read it, give me a bit of enthusiasm to kick me up the arse to go and buy it. But we got more. While I was shopping Friday and picked up a book, I ended up picking two here. And in my last video, I was talking about Julian Barnes' Departures. That's his new novel, and that's his last novel, I reckon, we're going to get by him. And when I seen it, I could not pick it up. I don't know what they're at here with the dust cover. The dust cover is just like half it, and then when you open it up, they've got fucking that shit written in the front of it, which that pissed me off. I don't know why they done that. Like in the front cover, you've got Philip Larkin and New York Review books, which they're good, good things to put on the novel, but put that in the back or in the middle. You know what I mean? So, and then they give you half a fucking dust jacket. That's weird. Don't know what they're at there, but that's Julian Barnes' Departures. I'm hoping to read that in March, after China Miéville maybe. And when it was actually walking up to the desk to purchase this, I couldn't help myself when I seen this book looking at me. And you know where they say don't judge a book by its cover and all that, but I seen this cover and I just, what the fuck's that? And had to pick it up. I thought that looks brilliant. And when I read the blurb and all, it's I am a cat. I love my Japanese literature. Can't even fucking speak again. Oh, my wee girl's playing. She might be on up here in a minute. I had to pause this. I hear her screaming, playing with her brother. But I am a cat, and it's about a cat's point of view looking at middle class world and the Meiji era of Japan. Now a noble but somewhat world weary observer, he has ample opportunity to dissect the strange ways of convoluted conversations of the human race. Now, when I picked that up and I thought, so it's in the point of view of a cat, then when you do this whole thing and you just read like the first line that comes to you, first line that came to me was something along the lines was, "My master never got enough beef this week." I just went, what? Oh, how do I fucking buy this? Because that sounds, as the point of view of a cat. Cats at the end of the day watching these people doing all their life activities, but at the end of the day, he's like thinking, the fucking, there's no feeding me. You know what I mean? So that I like that. I like that point of view. And look, I couldn't not look at that fucker there. Look, you just know he's going to be up to no good. So you do. So I am a cat. Something different. It is literary, I think, but there's maybe a bit of comedy in it too. But yeah, I couldn't help myself seeing that, so I bought 2 books. It's going against my code. I only usually try and buy 1 a week, but a cat won me over. You know, I'm a big animal lover. But no, I bought this book last week, 2 weeks ago, with No Longer Human, and I want to pick it up because I've missed my fantasy. I haven't read fantasy for a while, and this is kind of like dark fantasy, but it's not set in a fantasy world. I think it's set in ours, but that's Solomon Kane. It's a new author, Sean Hamill, has done Solomon Kane, like a new take on it. I was commenting on a booktuber's channel, and he says that he's heard good things about it, Tim, and he hasn't read it yet either, but he's a big fan of Solomon Kane, and I thought he kind of won me over when he said that, when he's heard good things. I thought, if he's saying that, it must be alright, because I've been let down a few times with stories, that Red Sonja. I got the new Red Sonja, and it's fucking shite. I'll show it some other time, but it wasn't any good. So that let me down, but I'm hoping Solomon Kane. That's another book from March. So at the minute, we've got 4 novels, which is good for me. Like, some of that's quite a big one. But these are fast reads. You start reading these the fantasy novels, I can go through them in a week usually. I used to read years ago big novels, fantasy, not much thinking involved, just fun, excitement, entertaining, and I could read 800, 900 pages in a couple of weeks easy. So I'm hoping this is, even though it's maybe 400 pages or 300 pages, it's only 300 pages, 333. It's not dense, so I should get through it pretty quick. But at the end of the day, I don't know what order I'm going to read these other ones, really. I Am Cat, Departures, and all, but that's definitely the first one. I want to read that to have a few up, hopefully next week. So, fuck, I'm dragging on here. What are we? 12 fucking minutes in. Fuck. Right, so we've done the books. If you're not interested in hearing about music and games, certainly you can close now. It's entirely up to yourselves. But any music lovers out there, I want to shout out 2 albums that I have heard this month, and I have them on my wee tablet here so you can see the covers. I love heavy metal music. I love progressive rock music. So the progressive rock album I want to shout out is a band called Halas, and the album is called Panorama. And why I want to shout that out is it's a great. See, I love playing the guitar, and I put this music on another speaker, and then I get my amp beside it, and I play along with them. So I'm like a third guitarist. I sometimes play the same things that they're playing, or sometimes I harmonise with the music. And sometimes whenever there's a lot of heavy stuff going on, maybe put lead coming through it, or I play along with the lead, but a different key or scale. All kind of. I'm the third guitarist. That's the best bit. But it's the way. It's fun. It's fun for me. It's the way I love playing my guitar. I can sit there and learn scales and all, but I can't be bothered with that anymore. I just like to stick on the album, play along, and that has been a great album to play along with to this month. It's been fun, and big 20-minute song. The first song's brilliant. If you like prog rock, try it out. But see the first song, give it a couple of minutes, because they start speaking Spanish at the start, and then you start thinking, what the fuck are they talking about? This is a bit mad. But see, once it starts to go on, really starts to kick in, the progressive rock and the guitar playing, and the keyboard all mixing in, and the singing. He's not the best singer in the world. I think his tone and his voice kind of goes out a wee bit, but he's a prog rocker, and he's all about the guitars and the keyboards and all anyway. So, but that was Halas Panorama. That was my progressive rock album of the month of February, and I really enjoyed playing along with it with my guitar. And my second one, heavy metal, is Greyhawk, and it's called The Warriors of Greyhawk. It's very cheesy, very fast paced, power metal, but playing that, type that in your wee Spotify or Amazon or music, whatever your thing is. And if you like power metal or heavy metal, that's a great album. Fast paced, great singing. I don't even know the man's name, but the fucking man's singing voice is brilliant. He can hit notes. Some pipes on him, I'll just say that. But it's very fast paced. I've been really enjoying that with the guitar. So February, 2 albums. I maybe do this every month. The albums that kind of spoke to me for prog rock and metal, and that's the 2. So I just wanted to get that out there. Now we're on the games. Now the games I've been playing this month. Now I know I have a game channel. It's my links on the bottom of the description. Kind of dead. I haven't really been. It's my fault. I haven't really been doing anything for it. I think I've 3 subscribers on like, and I understand it's not for everybody. That's gaming and all. As I say, this is a book channel. And this is my main channel is books. Games is just a wee thing on the side I do when I game, but I love playing games personally myself every day for the switch off. That's how I not thinking about reading or guitar playing or being with people, and I switch off and I get a controller and I'm in that world in games, and that is my switch off. That's my sort of therapy in a way. It has been since I was a wee lad, like. But so I want to talk about the games I've played. If there's any people that's interested in video games, you can talk to me in the comments and tell me, if you like them. I talk to you about anything. I mean, we're all friends here. It's not, yes, it's a book channel, but I'm quite open. But the first game I played this month, which I really enjoyed, and I'm not finished it, but hopefully get finished it soon, was Hexen. We're going old school here, old school FPS. I'm really enjoying it. So that's my old school. I've been blasting it all month. There was Heretic as well, but I've been really enjoying Hexen. And then after Hexen, another game I was playing was Battlefield, but that was just online. But I want to show this because this is the game that I'm starting now, and it's one of my favourite game franchises in the world. And I started last night, and anybody that's interested, Resident Evil Requiem. That's my game at the minute. I am jumping in this here head on, and this will be my game for February or for March. And anybody's picked it up and what you think of it, let me know. It's brilliant so far. I've only in the first wee bit, but Resident Evil Requiem seems very good, very very good. And another game for March is Metroid Prime 4. Hopefully, I get to this one and finish this as well. So that's my 2 games. And yeah, let me know if there's anybody that's interested. Played these and know what you think. Yes, Austin, you're gonna have a great time, or it wasn't as good. Just let me know. It's just conversations in it. I know we're book heads here, so you don't worry if you don't. He's gonna turn this video off a wee minute ago. But that's my games. As I say, for playing games, when it's been fun was Hexen, and now Resident Evil, and I don't know, maybe my game channel, maybe try and kickstart it sometime. It's just sometimes, when you're playing, when you're streaming, you have to keep your mic on and you're talking to people, maybe not, but sometimes I like to just switch off, and just game by myself, I think. So that's why I don't think I've kickstarted it at the minute so much. But if you're interested, the channels are there. I might start uploading some stuff. But yeah, everybody, it was a good month. February was a good month. Nothing, no news is good news. Nothing bad and drastic happened. Nothing really. I like that. I like a simple life, everybody. I didn't win any lottery tickets, but nothing broke either. So it was a simple month, very quiet, and that's the way I like it. And when you get to my age and you've kids, and you don't want a hectic fucking month anymore. You want to just chill out and have your things to keep you going. And I had my books, and I had my games, and I have it all again for March. My new books, and my new games. That's what life's all about. So, yeah. Thank you for sticking by for 19 minutes in this video. If you've watched the whole thing, thank you very much. And hopefully see you again on Thursday with a poem. And then China Maevel's Real Sea. You might get me drunk on Thursday night. Who knows? It's one of them things. Oh, and I had to say this. I don't know if I mentioned this, and if he's got here, I'm sorry for throwing this in at the very end. My fault. I forgot to mention it. But in the Glassweaver's Tale, if you did buy it or interested a wee bit more about it, I know that Guy Riddyhoff has got like a live interview. Well, not live, but they've done an interview with each other with Uncle Jimmy from News of the Gilding, Wizard Jim, and if you're interested in watching their interview, I think Wizard Jim's going to be putting that up next Friday, or maybe throughout the week. And so if you're interested in seeing, getting more about this book, seeing Guy talk about it a bit more and his personal level, him showing his writing process and stuff like that, it's worth checking out. I'll put News of the Gilding down. I'll mention it down the channel. Everybody will click on it. And his channel's brilliant. Uncle Jimmy's best DJ in Britain, as I say. His pop up radios on a Thursday night is a real treat. Fucking hilarious, but just good fun. Good fun people on them, and his book reviews are so shambolic that they're brilliant. You know what I mean? It's just, you'll understand when you start watching them. They are good, and yeah, all the best, everybody. There's my Wayne coming in, so better go. Bye bye.